Hey everyone, so I am back with my 6th House of the Dragon Season 3 jewellery piece. I am very behind. This was actually inspired by episode 4, and that is because the pieces that I planned to make for episode 6, I had to buy some mould for and find some other moulds, and the moulds finally arrived, so I've made the pieces. But as I said before, the resin I'm using now takes around 3 days to fully set. So it's taken that, but I have finished making all the resin pieces. They're organised so I can start making them. So this one is an Alys Rivers inspired piece, with the main focus being this bird's head skull and some beads. I decided for this piece to be very just mismatched boho kind of piece. So I've got resin pieces like the skull, I've got beads that I've made, I've got as you can see, gemstone chips here, and I think I ended up using 3 different types of chain, one of which is this one, which is connecting just with these little plates with rings on them, a normal chain and then a smaller chain. And then for the eye pins and head pins that I used a mixture of silver, gold and bronze, mostly because Alice is a bastard, even if she is now wearing very noble born kind of clothing that she wasn't wearing in season 2. Mostly I'm thinking she's just wearing this to impress Aemond. So I decided to make her jewellery a bit like her room, where things are just hanging and bits everywhere and very messy and like put together possibly from the either leftovers or broken pieces of other jewellery of other women from House Strong, where she's been living. So I thought to just take lots of different pieces and find some way to mix and match them together to be something of her style, but still be, like I said, not look completely something that a noblewoman would wear because of it being mismatched, but still made of pieces that would generally be available. So yeah, like I said, I mixed and matched bronze, gold and silver items, different chains, and just very random stuff. The main focus, like I said, is the bird's skull here, and I did try to focus a lot on purple to match the pictures I had available of her outfits. I will insert some of them as I'm going here, but as I said, I do not, when I originally try and make these, I make them or design them when before the episode comes out. So what I actually post and get my inspiration from are the still pictures, which are usually 10 pictures for most of them, that are released a couple of days after the last episode. And so like I said, this was inspired mostly by season 3 episode 5, but she has been wearing this dress more often, and I know from the picture she has also worn it in episode 6 and will possibly be wearing it in episode 7. But as I said, I go off these pictures and I make the jewellery before I watch the episode. I do have multiple pieces now that all my suppliers have arrived of what I'm going to be making, so everyone will be able to see that soon. So yeah, this is the final design. Like I said, it's the skull is in the very middle, and then the rest of it's just meant to be hanging, and I possibly might add more to it at a later date, but this is the final piece. So I will see everybody later.